Wow, I cannot believe this is actually sitting in front of me. Hello everybody, Python here. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different, and I'm going to be showing you an unboxing and haul of some Ninjago stuff that I've collected over the last few months. This is just a showcase of a bunch of things that I've bought and received for my birthday, so let's get into it. So I filmed this a little bit ago, and this is an unboxing of stuff I ordered from Bricklink. The first figure you can see I got here is the original Spitter, and he's a little bit scuffed on the leg, but other than that he's pretty fine. And comparing him to the Legacy Spitter, you can see he's got the same headpiece but different printing. And this is my little stand of Serpentine figures here that I'm trying to complete all of. Also, I'm not live narrating this, I'm narrating this after the fact, so I'm just watching the footage and telling you about what I see. And the next little thing I've unboxed here, you can see, are some legs for Rattler. I think this is Rattler. He has been missing legs for a few years now, so it was good to finally be able to get some to put on him instead of having these plain grey ones. And I'm glad that I got these because he looks so much better now, and I'm going to put him on the stand next to Lasher. The next little bag from this mystery box is Mesmo, another member of the Hypnobrai tribe. You can see he's got grey arms and some yellow and grey detailing all over, and I really like the head on this one. Comparing him to Spitter for a minute, you can see it's the same head mould but with different printing. Interestingly, they use the same printing for original and Legacy Spitter, but with Mesmo they changed up the printing on the Legacy version. And the next figure here is Slithra, the former Serpentine general of the Hypnobrai tribe before Scales took over. Putting him next to Scales, you can see they've got the same head but with different printing. I like Scales a lot more because I like the yellow. And that is now the Hypnobrai tribe complete. The next figure here is Lazaru from the Venomari tribe. He's got the same head as a Sidicus, but the printing's a little bit scuffed on this one, but that's fine. And the reason I got all these like this is just because it's so much cheaper than buying them in the sets they came in. And the next thing from this little mystery box is a very interesting one. It is Fang Dem, the two-legged, two-headed snake. I was always super fascinated by this headpiece as a kid, and I still am. I think it's one of the most interesting Ninjago pieces out there, and I love the colours on this one. I love his white arms. But the final little gift from this box is the most interesting thing. As you can see, it is Fang Tum, the Serpentine general, and one of the most expensive Serpentine minifigures. Possibly the singular most expensive, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see he's got white on the back, and he's got the same head as Fang Dem, but with different printing on the back. And I was planning on getting both him and Fang Dem in the Fang Pie Truck Ambush set, but finding one for a good price was so difficult, even used. And you can see I've pinched the stuff from the Jay's Stormfighter set that I've had for 12 years here, and put it on him. And that now also completes the Fang Pie tribe, and I could not tell you how happy I was to have Fang Dem and Fang Tum specifically. These are like legendary figures in my eyes. And now it's just left over with a Legacy Spitter and some grey legs. And now I had 2 of the 4, technically 5 Serpentine general figures, and I was pretty happy to have the Serpentine row looking this complete. Though now moving on to a bit that was filmed a lot more recently, on my birthday actually, a week ago. So in this mystery box we have some Serpentine staffs. As you can see, we've got 2 of them here, and it's always good just to kind of get extra of stuff like this. And in the next bag you can see 2 green poles and the little Constricti symbol. The Constricti symbol was actually the only one that I was missing from the collection. So yeah, I put it on the staff here. And you'll see why I actually got that in a minute. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've got no script here, so this is kind of my first time narrating and unboxing. But moving on to the green poles, these are to go on the Venomari shrine, which was actually my very first Ninjago set. I must have lost the original green poles like years ago, because I couldn't find them anywhere. So it was nice to finally have that complete again. Sorry, excuse that rooster you just heard in the background. And anyway, now you can see all 4 of these Serpentine staffs are complete. We've got the Fang Pie, Hypnobrai, Venomari, and Constricti symbols, which weirdly don't come in the corresponding sets with their generals. Actually, sorry, that's not true. The Constricti and Venomari ones don't come in the corresponding sets. However, the Fang Pie and Hypnobrai staffs do come with their generals. And the next thing in this little mystical box is a bag of random shoulder armor and stuff. So you can see the first thing is this Samurai X mask, which is actually for the Legacy Kozu, because who knows where his original one went. That's kind of just what happens when you collect stuff, you lose pieces. And I got a few extra ZX shoulder armor, so this one's going on Cole. I don't really need them, but like I said, I like having extra stuff like this. And then some of these hunted shoulder pads to go on all the extra hunted ninja. Also not hunted, Sons of Garmadon in the case for Cole. Sadly, the only Titan is a set that I'm still missing, so I don't really have the mask piece for Lloyd. This is just the one from the Throne Room Showdown, which is why he has his hair, and a half mask has been added, but you can see now they look a lot better. And all those extra pieces I just put in a little bag. Now the next thing here is a minifigure from the Simpsons Series 2, one of my favourite minifigure series. I'm a big fan of Lego The Simpsons. In fact, the Quickie Mart is actually my favourite Lego set of all time, even more so than any Ninjago set. And the figure included here is Smithers. He's in brand new condition and he comes with his little discount Barbie action figure. So this is going on the stand, and now there is only one figure missing, and that is Salma, Marge's other sister. So glad to finally have that nearly complete after I think it's been nearly 10 years since this series released. Moving on now to a little showcase of stuff that I've been building up. This is the Zane's Dragon Power Vehicles poly bag, based on his Spinjitzu car set from last year. Shockingly, this is actually one of my first Ninjago poly bags, and this is the next one, the Tournament Training Ground. It comes with Cole and a Wolf Mask Warrior, minus all of the big red tendrils that they have, and that's to go with the Tournament Temple City over here. Excuse the slightly messy desk. So that'll be nice to add. And the next set from the haul here is the Micro Ninjago City, which released on Lego.com as a little Lego Insiders gift. Now, I didn't get it from Lego.com, I actually got it off eBay because I don't usually buy from Lego. I think their prices are a bit too steep. And I'd recommend anyone collecting Lego, just wait until stuff goes on sale at other stores a few months later. You don't have to buy it day one for full price. And I think the Micro Ninjago City sets look great, and I actually can't believe Lego even made them. It's kind of crazy. And next is the Jungle Raider, the Legacy Jungle Raider. This has the original Lloyd with the Manta era on it. And you can see this box is actually from America because it says the piece count on the side, which boxes in Australia don't. So this was a very unusual and cool little novelty for me. I'm not used to seeing boxes like this. And I don't like this as much as the original Jungle Raider, but it's still alright. And I'll just slid this over here next to the poly bags. And the next thing is Spinjitzu Burst Lloyd. This was from 2020 and never managed to get these Spinjitzu Burst ones, which is why I've got them now. I really like the artwork on these, and the style of the box is very different, like the shaping of it. Next is Spinjitzu Burst Cole, who is probably my least favourite of the three, but still an okay figure. And the last one is, well, you guessed it, Spinjitzu Burst Kai. The Spinjitzu Bursts were definitely a cool concept, and I like them a lot better than the stupid Rising Dragon Strikes they have now, and also the weird Spinjitzu things, the Dragon Power Spinjitzu they did last year, because they don't work super well. And speaking of last year, the next set is a set from last year, Nia and Aaron's Baby Dragon Battle. It's a 4+ set, so it's about as simple as you can get, though I still think the dragon looks good, and it is the cheapest way to get Nia, and also might be the cheapest way to get Ryu and Aaron. Next is the Lloyd Spinjitzu Slam, which I'm being honest, I only got for this one minifigure, but that's the case with almost every little gimmick set they release. Next is Spinjitzu Slam J, and I think this figure is the best of the four. And these use the very awesome little Spinjitzu pieces from Season 11 and that one Legacy set. I really like these. And next is Spinjitzu Slam Zane, who also, the box is a little bit creased here. That's fine. I like the colours on this box. I really like the blue, and I think Zane looks cool. This is an interesting case because the one on the left says the piece count and the one on the right doesn't. So these two might have originally come from America, though that's not where I got them from. Next is the Dragon Master Zane. I also missed out on the Dragon Masters, and I think the figures included in them are super cool. Have to see how the actual things play, how they actually work. There's Dragon Master Cole as well, and you can see someone has written James, I think, James on the box. And let me know in the comments what you think of the Dragon Flyer suits, because I really like them. Here's Jay. I think his flyer looks the best, and his suit also looks pretty good. And the boxes are all kind of creased, but that's fine. They're just for personal collecting, not reselling, so I don't mind. And I really like Kai's. I think Kai has the best out of the original 4 suits. with the dark red. And then there's Golden Master Wu, which is the best out of all 5, with the gold and white. That looks incredible. And here's a little quick overview of all the stuff so far. So all of these parts except the Serpentine was filmed very recently, like only a week ago or so. And yeah, they're taking up the desk a lot. The next set here is one from 2018, the Katana V11. I always accidentally call it the Katana V8. It comes with Kai and Luke Cunningham. And yeah, this one is still sealed. Pretty cool to get. I also get it confused with the Katana 4x4 a lot because of just the word katana. So I'm just going to move stuff around a bit on here to make room for the next thing I'm going to showcase, which is a very classic Ninjago set, the Spinjitzu Dojo from 2011. This comes with Zane, Knuckle and Cruncher, and is my first ever pilot set, even though the pilot came out 13 years ago, this wave of sets. This isn't brand new and sealed, it has been opened, though all the pieces are there, as you can see, and most importantly, the minifigures are there as well. And I'm very happy to have this, especially with its box. And just preparing room now for the final thing. I've saved the best for last, and I'm very excited to show this to all of you. That's right, it is the legendary Epic Dragon Battle set from 2012. Brand new and sealed. I remember thinking at the time, wow, I cannot believe this is actually sitting in front of me. So yeah, all the seals are intact except for this one up the top, which came a bit loose. Though I can't believe how good condition it is. It was in very good condition for a 12-year-old set. And seeing the box, man, was such a trip. Just because I don't even remember actually seeing these in stores back in the day. I've seen pictures, though this might be the first time from memory that I've seen a sealed Ninjago 2012 set. So it's kind of like holding a mythic item. You can see it has Sensei Wu, Lloyd ZX, Jay Garmadon, the Manchoken, Acidicus, Scalador, all legendary figures. And I think three of them are exclusive to this set, or two maybe. So this was really a dream come true. And that kind of sums it up. This is all the Ninjago stuff. So this is all stuff I've collected over the last few months and gotten for my birthday. And the point of this video is not brag. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I just kind of want to share. I wanted to share my experience with you. I wanted to kind of do this in the style of like SpitBrix's old videos where he did big unboxings of minifigures, kind of. And quickly sliding in the Serpentine stand over here. Here's the staffs from the other day now. That's the reason I didn't get Choken, Scalador or Acidicus, because they appear in this set, which is why I got these staffs to go with them. So when I put them on there, that will be a complete set of Serpentine figures except for Pythor, because he comes in the Ultrasonic Raider. And I apologise for the camera that looks like I went through an earthquake whilst filming this. I'm not very good at filming freehand. And lastly, here are a few Lego birthday gifts, I've sped this up a bit, that are unrelated to Ninjago. So a few Speed Champions sets, one creator set, and the Lego Ideas The Office set. So that's pretty cool. And here is some quick bonus footage after I've actually built the Epic Dragon Battle. And you can see all the awesome minifigures here. And I kind of just wanted to show putting them on the stand to finish out the video. And I've also sped this bit up quite a bit. So you can also see I changed the Serpentine stand so that the tails could actually fit. Because if I had it the other way around, they wouldn't have been able to fit next to each other because their tails stick out 3 studs. So yeah, that's all of the Serpentine except for Pythor. And what's also interesting is that Acidicus's and Scalador's heads and tails are a little bit scuffed, despite being brand new and sealed, which is interesting. But that sums it up for the video today. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me review or talk about any of these sets and which one you'd like first. I hope you enjoyed something a bit different than my usual, and also let me know if you'd like to see me do a video like this again. Thanks for watching. That's been all for today, folks. Have a great day and see you next week.